In a world of instant gratification, one quiet threat grows stronger every day, unnoticed, unchallenged. This video is titled, "Is Porn Destroying Your Brain? The Truth Revealed, Not to Shame but to Awaken." Inspired by the spirit of David Thoreau, this reflection explores 5 powerful truths about how porn affects the mind, the body, and the soul, and how reclaiming your control brings back clarity, focus, and purpose. 1. Let discipline be your volume. Discipline is a silent architect. It does not demand attention or approval. It simply shows up again and again. In a world where many make noise about their intentions, the disciplined do not speak, they act. And it is through this repeated quiet commitment that real change begins to form. Thoreau believed that true living was about essentials, about simplicity. Likewise, discipline strips away the need for performance. It eliminates the need to impress. It turns away from the spotlight and focuses instead on the craft, the habit, the repetition. When you let discipline be your volume, you no longer need to prove anything. You stop announcing your efforts. You simply embody them. Each early morning, each moment of sacrifice becomes a brick in the foundation of something lasting. Quiet discipline also builds resilience. When no one is watching, when results have not yet arrived, when doubt whispers in your ear, discipline holds your hand. It says, keep going. And so you do. Not because the world is watching, but because you've made a quiet promise to yourself. The world will always favor the loud, but time favors the disciplined. People may not notice your first 100 steps, but they will not miss the 1,000th. Let that be your strength. Do the work silently. Let your progress become the noise. In silence you become dangerous, not to others but to mediocrity. Your growth becomes steady, your impact undeniable. You speak less because your work speaks more. Discipline is not a one-time act. It is a daily decision. It is saying no to comfort and yes to your future. It is choosing focus over distraction, and it is doing so not for attention, but for truth. Let your discipline be so consistent that it becomes your character. Let it speak so clearly that others hear it without a word. This is how you move quietly and make noise only with results. 2. Silence is strategy, not weakness. Silence is often misunderstood. Many equate it with fear, passivity, or retreat. But silence, when chosen deliberately, is one of the strongest strategies a person can use. It guards your energy, conceals your intentions, and protects your path. Thoreau knew this well, choosing the woods not to escape life, but to live it with clarity. When you move in silence, you are not seeking validation. You are not trying to convince others of your direction. You are walking a path that is yours, without distractions, without detours. And in that quiet space, you begin to build with intention. A silent strategy does not invite unnecessary attention. It avoids envy, noise, and opposition that often arises when plans are revealed too soon. It gives your vision the soil it needs to grow, undisturbed. While others talk of their goals, the silent one is achieving theirs. Silence also allows you to listen to your intuition, to your surroundings, to the subtle guidance of the universe. In the absence of noise, your senses sharpen. You begin to notice opportunities others overlook because you are not lost in broadcasting your next move. And when the results come, they are not clouded by noise. They arrive clean, clear, and undeniable. The person who moved quietly often surprises the world, not because they were invisible, but because their energy was focused inward. Think of nature's greatest forces, the roots of trees, the shifting of tectonic plates, the formation of a mountain. They all begin in silence. So too does your growth. Do not mistake volume for value. What's built quietly often lasts the longest. Silence does not mean hiding. It means protecting. It means understanding the value of privacy and the importance of time. It is choosing to be misunderstood for a moment, so you can be unshakable for a lifetime. Use silence as your shield, your strength, your secret advantage. The world may not see your progress right away, but in time, it will hear the echo of what you've built in silence. 3. Don't compete, contribute. In a world obsessed with competition, contribution is a quiet revolution. When you shift your mindset from proving to providing, everything changes. Thoreau did not measure his worth against others. He measured it by the richness of his own experience. The same applies to our pursuits. Competing often fuels ego, but contributing feeds purpose. The urge to compete makes us reactive. We're constantly comparing, rushing, and adjusting our path based on what others are doing. But when you focus on contribution, you move from a place of alignment. You give what you have without concern for applause. You trust that your value lies in your creation, not in comparison. Contribution invites collaboration and connection. It creates value that outlives vanity. When you build something useful, something that helps, heals, or inspires, you plant seeds that grow long after you've moved on. You no longer worry about who's ahead, because you're too busy planting what matters. True success is not about being better than others. It's about being useful to others. This quiet service creates impact. It speaks louder than trophies, louder than accolades. People remember how you made them feel, what you helped them become. That legacy is far more powerful than winning. When you let go of competition, you find joy in your work again. You're not chasing a finish line, you're nurturing a field. Every day becomes purposeful. Every task holds meaning, and that meaning sustains you through the long, quiet climb toward mastery. Compete less, contribute more. Your work will speak for itself, and it will echo beyond what you can measure. 4. Results speak a language everyone understands. Words can inspire, but results leave no room for doubt. In a noisy world full of claims, promises, and predictions, results cut through the fog. They are the universal language of achievement, the final say. When your work delivers, it speaks clearly, boldly, and without apology. Thoreau taught that truth needs no defense. It stands on its own, like a tree in an open field. In the same way, your results don't need a spokesperson. They carry their own authority. You don't have to justify, explain, or defend when you've produced something real. Many people talk about what they're going to do. Fewer actually do it, and fewer still do it well enough that they never need to say a word. These are the quiet giants, the ones who focused on building while others focused on broadcasting. Your results are the echo of your discipline. They are born from countless silent efforts, the hours no one sees, the sacrifices no one applauds, the patience no one honors. But when they arrive fully formed, proof of everything you've poured in. This is why it's powerful to move in silence, because when the results finally appear, they are unshakable. They do not ask for trust, they earn it. They shift conversations, change perceptions, and open doors without explanation. Let your results be your voice. Let them walk into rooms before you do. Let them do the talking while you continue the building. In a world where everyone is shouting to be heard, let your success make the only noise you need. 5. Stay grounded until it's time to rise. Success requires more than talent. It demands timing, patience, and grounding. Thoreau understood that life unfolds in seasons. There is a time to plant, a time to water, and a time to rise. But most people want the harvest without the waiting. They want the applause before the effort is even complete. Staying grounded means building a foundation so deep that nothing can shake you when you grow. It means being rooted in who you are, even when no one is watching, even when recognition is absent. It's about becoming so internally solid that you no longer need the world to validate your progress. Growth takes time. Mountains don't appear overnight. Oaks don't grow in weeks. They stay hidden, growing slowly, silently, preparing to stand tall for decades. So must we. When you stay grounded, you protect yourself from distractions. You stop being reactive to noise and learn to hear your own rhythm. You don't rush success, you shape it, deliberately, patiently. You understand that depth always comes before height, and then when it's time, when the work is ready, when the foundation is strong, you rise. Not with noise or arrogance, but with quiet power. You don't need to announce your arrival, your presence speaks. What once grew in silence now stands for all to see. Stay grounded until the world cannot ignore your rise. Be still, be steady, be ready. Let others chase visibility. You're building legacy. That's how legends are made. And that's how noise is born, not from words, but from the undeniable presence of real results. If any part of this message stirred something inside you, don't ignore it. This is not about shame. This is about awakening. You were not made for compulsions. You were made for clarity, creation, and calm. Break free from what clouds your mind and own your attention again. Protect your energy. reclaim your purpose, and live as the highest version of yourself. Subscribe to Echo of Legends for more truth, discipline, and timeless wisdom to help you rise. Let your silence be your strength. Let your journey be private, and let your transformation be undeniable.